everyone. My name is Linda Linebaugh, and I am the committee chair for Cub Scout Pack 16. I am also the Lion Den leader and Arrow of Light Den leader. I am the Scoutmaster for Girl Troop 40 in New Waterford, and I am the popcorn colonel for both. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about using advancement with the popcorn sales. Now, if you go into your book that you got when you picked up the popcorn, this one, Scouting Ahead Guidebook. If you go into, it's page 59, you'll see the path to advancement. And each one of these has the tigers, wolves, bears, webelos, and scouts in different ways that you can use the popcorn sales for advancement. What I didn't see was one for the lions. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do with my lions and how I'm going to incorporate it into their advancements. Now, the one that I would like to cover is actually the elective Pick My Own Path. So on the elective Pick My Own Path, the requirements are: explain that choices have consequences, perform a good turn for another person, and teach a game to another person. So the reason I picked this one is because I think it's always important when you're doing a show and sell. Say our pet goes to Ace Hardware in Columbiana. Say we're at Ace and we have a show and sell there. We want to let the scouts know, especially the lions because they're so young and they are so active, that there's going to be consequences to their actions. When they show up, we want them to show up and act like a scout. They're going to be everything that's in the scout law. And there's also going to be consequences if they don't behave the way that they probably should when they're on a scout outing like that. Now, we have to have some understanding that lions are 5 or 6 years old. They are going to be super active. They are going to be all over the place. But that doesn't mean that they can't participate and help out with the parent present. So we're going to let them know that if we go to Ace Hardware, that they're not supposed to be taking things off the shelves, that they can't be running all over the place, that they're there to do a job. And if they don't do these things or if they break something, that they will be asked to, number one, go home, and also understand that it reflects on not just them, but it reflects on the pack as well, because we may not be asked to go back. Luckily, that's never happened before, but there is always that possibility. And ultimate goal, we want to be invited back next year. We want them to have a pleasant experience with us, and that is a good consequence to our positive actions. We are being behaved, we are being respectful, we are being mindful of others. That is a very good thing. We can use that and make that as the consequences for our good actions. The fact that, hey, we're getting invited back next year. Look, we did such a good job. Okay, so the next requirement for that elective is perform a good turn for another person. Now, obviously, I want to point out that if you get military donation, say you get that person that inevitably goes, oh, I'm sorry, I don't like popcorn. Yeah, that's okay. We also have chocolate-covered pretzels, and we also have military and hometown hero donations. So every time you collect that hometown hero donation, you are doing a good turn for another person, because that is going to somebody else. That money that they donated is going towards popcorn that is getting sent to a hometown hero or to the military. So that is by itself doing a good turn. But I would also like to recommend another way. Say you see somebody coming out of the door and they obviously have their buggy with them. You can have one scout holding that door open for that person coming out of the store. And while they're doing that, they are noticing that there is a child opening the door for them. That is engaging them, getting their mind, their interest. You are engaging them and they are paying attention. This is when you have the scout say, excuse me, would you like to buy some popcorn from our Cub Scout pack? So you can use that as, number one, a good turn and a way to get their attention, because they recognize a child doing something kind for them. That is something that they notice. So I highly recommend just little gestures like that, because they go a long way, and you'd be surprised how many times we've gotten a sale because we had a kid open the door for somebody coming out. It is an awesome tool. So, as mentioned before, I also talked about how the kids are active. The 5 and 6-year-olds, they're going to be all over the place. So the final part of this elective is teaching somebody else a new game. Say you have somebody up at your table while you are doing a popcorn sale. You can have that scout engaged with their family members if they have kids coming out with them, teaching them a new game. They could teach them a scout game, Johnny, 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 whoops, Johnny, whoops, Johnny, 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 Johnny. It's that easy. You're teaching somebody else a new game. You're keeping the company occupied, and you're showing them, and you're having fun, and the kids are having fun. Also, I would like to suggest that you help them teach each other new games, because while you're waiting on people to come out of the store, those kids are going to be all over the place if they are not occupied. Have them teach each other a new game. So I'm going to go back to this book. And while I did not talk about each and every one of these, I would like to encourage you guys to go through and look at it. So just one example for the taggers is the stories and shapes. And it says that you can create your own advertising piece. And I think that is really clever, because the people are going to notice if you have a kid doing their own advertising piece for popcorn, especially a first grader. They're going to notice it. Oh, that's so cute. And you're getting their attention. That is also getting the customer engaged, or the potential customer engaged, which is fantastic. There's the wolves, and they have the Paws on Path. And I think this one is super important, because the buddy system is important in Cub Scouts, from Lions all the way up through Scout. You want to use that buddy system. It's a safety feature, number one. And if you can incorporate that into the Paws on Path, then you're doing okay. Because if you're going to do door-to-door sales, you don't want them to go by themselves, just walking down the street. You want them to have a buddy with them, because that is safe. If you're not going to get those people trying to invite the kids in the house, or if you do, you have your buddy standing there saying, I'm sorry, we can't do that. And they should encourage each other not to go into the houses, because that isn't something that they're supposed to do, but it is offered all the time. So just be careful of that, okay? The bears, it says that you can create your own short story about popcorn and fundraising. This is where I'd like to suggest, practicing the sales pitch. If you're going door to door, hi, my name is Linda. I'm a Cub Scout with Pack 16. I'm raising money for my pack. Would you be interested in buying some popcorn? Then practice with another scout the return exchange. Do the positive return exchange and the negative return exchange, so that way they know how to handle it. Because you're going to get told no. The kids are going to get told no. It happens. Teach them how to deal with that and how to overcome it. Like the obvious, I'm sorry, I don't eat popcorn, but we have chocolate covered pretzels. So you try to do the exchange like that and offer different ideas. All right. So with this, I would like to say thank you guys very much. And I hope you enjoy your day. And good luck. Thanks. Have fun with your popcorn sales.